Good morning, Sri Lanka. Welcome to another edition of the show. Now you're here with me, Amaya, and of course I'm co-hosting the show today with none other than Jason. Good morning, Jason.
Morning.
Morning. How's your morning?
I was just looking at you like through the screen over there. Your face just blew up with like glowiness, if that's a word.
That's
You're
a great
glowing.
thing to be in the morning, right?
Yeah.
Thank you,
Glowing
Jason.
in the morning. Anyways, today we're actually going to have a lot of musical stuff happening on the show.
And music is a great part of anyone's life. Now, I'm sure all of you have your favorite genres and favorite artists and things like that, but music is something great to wake up to, and even if you have an alarm clock with the radio on it, it's always a great thing to wake up to. So let's talk about who we'll be speaking to on the show today.
Yeah, today we have Dr. Priyeshni Pereira, who just returned to Sri Lanka after completing her doctorate in musical arts degree at the Texas Tech University. So exciting. You're from America. No, I'm joking. Like, don't you get that though? Like whenever there's a Sri Lankan person
Who has been in America?
Where are you from? Yeah. It's pretty interesting. Anyways, to speak about Dr. Priyeshni Pereira, she was awarded the AT&T Chancellor's Fellowship and the Texas Tech President Fellowship for outstanding academic and professional achievement to specialize in music education, which is like piano pedagogy. Pedagogy, if I'm saying that right.
We'll find out from her whether you're saying it right. So, good morning.
Good morning.
Priyeshni, welcome to the show.
Good morning.
And we also have the head teacher who is at the music school that you very recently opened up here in Moratua. So we'll speak about that. But we have Pavitra.
Yes. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Right, did I say that right though? I was saying piano pedagogy.
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 That's it.
What does that mean, pedagogy?
Pedagogy is a science of teaching, really.
Right.
The science and really studying on the teaching techniques and, basically education related.
Great. All right, let's get down to business. Now, I'm curious. Tell us about your time in the U.S. What made you, go there and be like, I'm gonna be a really smart person in music.
Well, it didn't really happen like that, but
please enlighten me. Tell me how it went down.
No, there was this scholarship competition that happened a long time ago, and I think the scholarship was to the US.
Okay.
And unfortunately, I didn't really get a place in that. I got second place. So from that time onwards, I really thought, I need to, find myself to go somehow to the US, because anyway, I knew that I needed to develop myself more as a musician, because there are more opportunities in the West than in here, Sri Lanka.
Wait, so you were already, you knew about music, obviously, so you've been doing this since you were a kid?
Yeah, since I was about 4 or 5 years.
That's nice.
So basically then I was trying to get a scholarship, of course, and then thank God, yes, I found one. And then that's how it all started. And of course, when I went there, when I saw the opportunities and the wealth of resources, and just opened up opportunities for me to further my education there.
Right. So you got there, and this was Texas Tech again.
Yeah. Not Texas Tech.
Okay. And then you just thought, out of the blue, I'm gonna study some musical arts or something.
So I did my bachelor's, and then I did my master's, and then I went
PhD
for the
as well.
Yeah.
So progress from there. But that's a great thing. And I think that you are the youngest person in Sri Lanka right now who has this qualification in musical arts. So
probably.
That's a great place to be as well. And I'm glad that you decided to come back to Sri Lanka. Didn't you feel that you wanted to stay there? Because I'm sure the atmosphere and the culture there is conducive to something like music, where you have the people around you who really encourage you and support you, and you can be innovative.
Sure, it was quite a hard decision to make, but there were several other influences that played in my life. Actually, to tell you the truth, I think when I applied for scholarships, you have to write this personal statement, they ask, and me as a child really experienced the lack of opportunities here and I really, I guess I was quite passionate about music also at the time. And I had this vision that sort of set up in my mind at a very young age that, I want to have a school that's just dedicated to the arts, to music, for music. And it was not a time when we have a lot of music schools like right now, but I just had that in my mind. So I think, of course, I did all the, the London exams and all those curriculum stuff that we have here in Sri Lanka. And then when I wrote my personal statement, I said that, I want to come back to Sri Lanka and, start up this school, because not only just in piano, but even in choral music and other genres. And I felt that US was the best place, not to, I'm sure there are other places to go to, but I just felt that it was a good place to be. So,
but now you're back in Sri Lanka and you've set up Prestantia School of Music. And Pavitra, now you work there as the head teacher.
Yes.
So I'm sure that's a great experience that you're having as well with Priyashni.
Yes.
But tell us how you got into music and how your journey began.
Actually, I was an undergraduate of Visual and Performing University of Visual and Performing Arts. First, I met Dr. Priyashni when I was completing my final year undergraduate studies, at that time she's lecturing us the piano music, and including me, all the students who has done Western music, piano music as their major subject, were able to successfully complete their graduate studies. That was a very good opportunity for us to have a person like that.
And I guess you absorbed her as soon as possible into your school as well, because you realized the talent she has.
Yes, after my graduation, after my bachelor's of degree, she invited me to teach there. Then I accept it. I accept it, and
I'm glad she accepted it.
Prestantia. That's the name of the school.
Yeah,
Prestantia. Why Prestantia? Like, I like saying that word a lot though. That's one. Prestantia. You could continue this whole show with Prestantia. Prestantia. I could keep saying that. Right, why
what
Prestantia?
it means.
What it means. Really, I mean, when I was thinking about, a name, I had a lot of names that came up. But then one night, my mom, I think, said, you should have something that goes with your name. But then, I couldn't call Priyashni's music school. It doesn't sound very, I don't know, it didn't sound very professional. So, but luckily, I think on the internet, I was searching for names. I mean, this happened for a long time, but one night, I got it, bingo. And Prestantia, the word came, and it was a Latin word. It's a Latin word. It has the meaning is excellence. So I thought, well, why not think about it as, excellence in music. And also it goes with my name a little bit, I'm not my name really, but, it has that connection. It starts with P, right, exactly. So, so that's how it all got
right,
started.
Pavitra, tell me about now the school, when the first day you started. Like, how did you know what we're doing something different?
Yes, actually, it is recently started. It is started last year
with about 2 students.
Yeah.
So this has been open for just over a year now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that's interesting.
We have started it in 2 students.
Yeah, we started with 2 students, and
then day by day, yes, the students came to learn piano and guitar, violin, as well as voice training. So all the subjects, they can learn all the subjects under the undergraduates and graduates of the universities, and all the teachers are very talented, and Me, I'm actually a student of her. Still, I'm learning from her, and teaching also.
So she's somewhat of a mentor to all of you at the school.
Correct.
Yes.
That is amazing. Okay, the first day that you started, how were the students to? Were you like the mean teacher? Like no.
Actually,
Or the
you
nice
know what?
teacher?
Yeah, what we did was, I'm the one. I mean, if you go and ask from my university students, you would hear a whole lot of stories about me.
She's coming, bro.
Yes, actually they do, because I find that our students tend to just
Everything is on the plan.
help me or
The students,
Yeah.
everything is on the plan, and we have to schedule everything, every detail.
So you are
it's
a
very
perfectionist,
disciplined.
and you
Yeah.
you require that in your students.
sometimes, yeah. 'Cause sometimes I can be a
music
pain.
is something
yes.
that you have to be quite disciplined to pursue, actually.
Right.
But do you
Yeah.
now? So what are the qualities that you see in maybe American culture that are absent here when you come to Sri Lanka, but you're trying to cultivate those things here? Anything like that?
A lot.
I see. Try to share a few.
I think being organized in your approach to teaching or singing or whatever you do, I think is actually a characteristic of the American culture. And planning things out, well ahead of time, working to a routine. Of course, I still have a struggle with that, because for a long time I was in this culture, so I'm kind of a mix of American and Sri Lankan, so that's a whole different scenario. But and the work ethic, I think, is something that really drives me a little crazy with students here. Not that they're bad; there are good students, like of course Pavitra. But I feel I want to give my best in whatever I do, and I sometimes expect that also from my students or my my peers or my colleagues also sometimes. So
These are changes that I'm sure that you can make slowly but surely here in Sri Lanka. But Jason, hopefully.
Anyways, we'll get into more detail about the school presentation. Pavitra, thank you so much for being on the show. We'll have more teachers coming in. More on Dr. Priyeshni Pereira on Good Morning Sri Lanka. We'll be right back after this commercial break.